Big wins. Big wins. Crazy. It's Thursday. It's actually early. I called an audible and canceled my trip. We launched and fished for about 2 hours and pulled off, mainly because I'm making a big milk run of the lake, and I'm covering a lot of water, and to travel in that big brutal water, just everybody takes a beating, and the boat takes a beating, and you break things. But anyways, welcome back to the studio. Tuesday, I gave you guys a public report on the water. I talked about on the water the swim jig in the backwaters. I talked about the frog in the backwaters. A couple things I didn't mention to you. Number one, we're right in the middle of a moon. We're 7 days away from a new moon. So the backwaters have been thinning with fish a little bit. There'll be more fish coming. There'll be the next wave coming in on the new moon. And then the April full moon will have a massive wave. It'll be the main wave. What really happened on this last wave is we came out of cold water, 52 degrees. We warmed up 10 degrees in a matter of 3 to 5 days. The lake came up. All the fish just, a lot of fish, not all, a lot of fish just went from offshore, boom, to the backwaters. There was a whole lot of males. There were quite a few females, but not the majority. They actually went in, they dug, they nested. And if you've been fishing the last 7 days, you've noticed that it's got thinner and thinner and they've pulled out. That's very common. We're on the downside of the moon. On the upside, the next 7 days, you should see those backwaters fill back up again. Those fish move back into the backwater, especially next week as we warm trend up. Today, Thursday, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. Today, big fronts coming, big storms, potential hail, and small chance of tornadoes, some nasty stuff coming. I recommend that you're careful. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're not out there. That kind of weather is real dangerous. Lightning, we don't fish in the lightning. But the next 2 days is going to be cold, like literally right next to freezing with 54-degree high. That's going to cool the water down fast. Cold water sinks, so the lake's going to lose some temperatures. We're going to have a little bit more retraction. But the first of the week, next week, everything comes right back around and warms back up again. By midweek, we're back to pretty good warm trending weather. With that, let's tell you a little bit about the lake, and then we'll tell you some more fishing stuff. We're right now at 401.26. We're dropping. We're finally dropping. Tonight's going to change that, let's hope, because falling water pulls out fish. Falling water pulls them out, points them out. It pulls them back to the points. It makes them retract. Rising water rises them. So right now, like I said, the next 7 days coming to the new moon, there should be a wave of fish that wants to go in to spawn, that will go in to try and spawn. We need rising water again to really expedite that, to really help that. That'll make them really go crazy and go in. So hopefully we do get some good rain tonight. Clarity, 0 to 1. Again, we get heavy rains again tonight. That's going to change. Temperatures. When I talked to you on Tuesday, we really had some warm trend stuff happening. Tuesday was the east wind, north. I think it was Tuesday. Tuesday it blew from the east. And it didn't warm trend as much, but the last couple of days, it didn't warm trend at all. And that's because we had an east-southeast wind, big wind, churning the lake. And it just seemed to blend. When I started yesterday, it was 58.9. When I ended yesterday, it was 58.9. When I got on the water this morning, it was still 58.9. So everything's kind of holding there. 58.9 is good. That 60, 64 degrees is when the bass love to spawn. So, but let's tell you a few things. Number one, the backwater bite. I told you, swim jigs, frogs, creature baits, Texas rigs, small creature baits on the grass lines, stuff like that. Bedfish. You're looking for bedfish. Those will catch them. Lake Fork trophy lures. I think I've told you guys about the hyper stick. I think I've told you about trophy lures being back on the mend. New owners really ramping it up. I mean, these baits actually have their own gondola again back in Lake Fork Marina. This is the hyper stick. This is the ring fry. And this is a color I can now tell you about. It's called Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street. This is the color that I gave in the last giveaway because it was the bait of the month for February. It's what I was catching my fish on. It's just an all-around great color. It's called Bourbon Street. So check that color out. Check Lake Fork Trophy Lures out again. Again, they are under new ownership. They've completely revamped everything. The machines, the factory, the whole 9 yards. They're building to change the store front itself. It's amazing. And here's the thing: the men that own it now are big time, super deep pockets. And this thing's like I said, it's going to be back in all the Bass Pro Shops worldwide. The crappie baits are always incredible. All the Lake Fork trophy lure lines are incredible. The fish are incredible. The live shad, magic shad, all that. And it's really good to see them on the mend. More than the mend, actually. They're going to be at ICAST. Like I said, the men that own it now, without saying too much, big links and part of Bass Pro Shops itself. And so it's here to, it's always been here to stay. And I believe Lake Fork Trophy Lures, with the quality and the things that they produced over the years, was a commodity. But it's actually going to be a big boom again. You're going to see everybody really get back into using those baits. But anyways, if you do go to Lake Fork Trophy Lures, tell them the letter MCF, the first 3 letters of my last name, MCF 10, and you get a 10% discount. That's McFarland, MCF 10, you get a discount. Which brings me to, one of you guys asked about, tell me about the Cinco bite. The Hyper Stick really is kind of like a Cinco, in my opinion. I think it's better than a Cinco. It's got a lot more action, and you can turn it and swim it like a fish, which you can't do with a Cinco. But the Cinco bite is also a really good bite in the backwaters right now. For a lot of those roaming fish, a lot of the nesting fish that you can't see. If you will take a Texas rig Cinco, green pumpkin, chartreuse tail, Bourbon Street, this is the Hyper Stick. But you asked about the Cinco bite. You know, it's a slow going bite, but the fish are there in the backwaters, and there'll be more of them. Fishing probably 2 to 10 feet of water with it, secondary points, grass lines, stuff like that. You will catch some fish. You're going to catch a lot of males. You're going to catch a lot of fish between 2 and 5 pounds. Here's the deal. I told you on Tuesday that Brooke was on her her spring vacation from school, and we hammered her. We literally, from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we fished together. Sunday and Monday, we just put it down, 27 pounds and 30 pounds. Tuesday, we had to grind it out, didn't catch a whole lot. As I was telling you, it was tough, things changed. Yesterday was even tougher until late in the afternoon, and Brooke stayed with it. She stayed with throwing a bait that I'm not going to tell you about because I want you to become a member. But big baits, you can assume what they are. But we stayed focused on hitting the home run, not going in the backwaters, not chasing numbers, chasing big fish. And in a period of 30 minutes, she smashed an 8 and 2 6s. And the 6s were probably 6.5 pound fish. But it was just an exciting 30 minutes. 3 giant fish back to back to back. And she's thinking, man, if I do 2 more of these, 2 more big ones like this, I'm looking at a 30, 35 pound sack again. So in a period of, actually she fished with Coach Wells on Saturday. But in a period of 4 days of fishing with me, fishing big, she caught 15 fish over 6 pounds and 2 8-pounders. So the big fish have not come in offshore. Not yet, not a lot of them, not the majority. I'm not going to tell you that there aren't some big fish in the backwaters. There are. So our guys are running across them. But the majority hasn't even pulled up to feed yet, pre-spawn feed yet. They pre-spawn feed, then they go stage, then they go spawn. All right? If you want to know more about that bite, when I finish this right here, this is a public rundown. It's access to everybody for free. If you call Lake Fork Tackle Lures and you order this bag of baits, you're going to pay over $5 for it. It's a good price. So I'm asking you for $4.99 a month for a subscription to become a member, become a private member, and where I spill my guts even more than this. I want to help everybody. I want you guys, the public, to do good when you come to Lake Fork. But if you really want to know what I'm catching the big fish on, you want to know the locations that I'm catching the big fish on, how I'm doing it right to the T, you need to be a members only. So I'm asking you to go subscribe. It's real simple. Look in the description below. Find the join button. It's easiest to do it from a desktop or a laptop. A lot of cell phones eliminate that area and you can't even see where the join button is. But listen, members only subscription, $4.99 a month. Try it. I guarantee you will be blown away at the information, how well it helps you dial in on the big fish bite, because I tell the truth, tell you exactly what we're doing. If you don't like it, you unsubscribe. Okay? How many bags of baits? How many times does somebody in the marina told you they're eating this color, or your buddy said they're eating this crankbait, and you go buy them. Sometimes you buy 5 of them. Why not try my members only channel? Okay, I guarantee you it has more success than chasing around baits and different things when people say they're biting this, they're biting that. Information from the top, from the guide service, exactly what we're doing. Members only channel. Please subscribe. All right. That's the gist. That's really all I got for you on this rundown. Again, I'm not to be redundant. This weekend's going to get cold. Be careful if you're out there. Go slow. It's going to be cold. I expect the fish to really slow down when that cold trend smacks them like that. Cold water sinks, so they're going to be affected. If you found this good, hit the like button. Comment. Ask any questions. Kind of like the guy asked me about the Cinco bite. Is there a Cinco bite? Where can I find the Cinco bite? Tell us more about it. So if you have a comment or a question, please feel free to put it in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for your public subscription. Thank you for watching the videos. I'm very, very grateful. And I'll be back next Tuesday to give you another public rundown. But it's time for me to set up for members right now and show them exactly how Brooke caught all these big fish the last few days. Thanks for watching.